Today is the last day of Black History Month, and I wanted to bring you guys a special look at an Air Jordan 3 that flew extremely under the radar, and I truly feel that this is the best Black History Month Air Jordan sneaker that we have ever seen come out. So if you guys didn't know by now, my name is DJ, and this is the DNA Show. On this channel, I love to dive deeper into sneakers, breaking down the history, styles, cuts, materials, nostalgia, and everything along the way. And this shoe in particular, I am definitely excited to give you guys a review of. So let's go ahead and crack this box open. As you can see on the top of the box, you have your all over black lift-off lid with your red Jumpman right here, your elephant print throughout the rest of the box, and on the size tag, it reads Air Jordan 3 BHM black metallic gold, retail 175 bucks. I don't know about you, but I ain't seen a retro Jordan 3 retail for 175 in a long time. Lifting off the lid of the box right here, you have your Air Jordan 3 card. So essentially says Jordan on the top with the red Jumpman, and then you actually unfold this right here, and it has more details of the sneaker with the air unit, the insole, outsole, everything like that with the upper, and nothing on the backside. I also still have the receipt right here to the shoes when I got these back in 2011. And I actually ended up picking these up from the ES, and I got these for $93. Like I said before, man, do I miss the good old days. Looking at the paper, you have it all over elephant print paper, and then you got the shoe. Oh, you got the shoe. Okay, so normally at this point, I give my first impressions of the sneaker, but I've had these in my collection for over 10 years now, and I know what they look like because they've been sitting in my room for a long time. So we're gonna skip that part and get into the details and the history of the shoe, because there is a lot going on. I know it looks like an all black sneaker, but as we dive deeper into this shoe, you're gonna see a lot of cool details when it comes to this drop. So first things first, this sneaker released on February 26th in 2011, and there were only 3,000 pairs made on a quick strike release. So for example, typically on a Dornbecker Jordan release, you'll see 10,000 pairs that are created and sold to the public. This only had 3,000 pairs. So however limited you consider the Dornbecker to be, this is 3 times more limited than those. But for some reason, I feel like these still flew underneath the radar. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people love this shoe and appreciate this shoe, but maybe just people don't really know about it that much. And hopefully in today's video, I can make you a little bit more aware about this sneaker and why it's so dope. Now, this is typically the part of the video where we dive in the history of the sneaker and why it became so nostalgic, but all the history is actually presented on the shoe. Starting with the bottom of the shoe, you have an all black outsole with a gold Jordan branding right here. Going to the midsole, you have more of a metallic all black midsole. Usually on the Jordan 3, you typically see a two-tone, a black and white, or a different color, whatever it may be. But right here, they got it murdered out with the all black metallic. And honestly, I think it's a nice little look. This shoe definitely gives me that Black Cat 3 vibe, but just more premium and a lot more details. And honestly, I wish they brought the Black Cat 3 back sometime soon, because I need those back in my collection. So what I'm gonna do next is hit the main panels that don't have too much detail on them, break those down, and then start getting into all the details that we see on the elephant print and the side end and the little hits right here on the top end of the shoe. So with the upper, you have a very nice nubuck right here on the top end. Then you have a smooth leather just below that going around the mudguard and the toe cap area, and a nice gold contrasting stitch throughout the upper as well. These come standard with a pair of black laces and gold eyelets on the top and bottom of the shoe, and a nice gold Jumpman embroidered on a smooth black leather tongue. Going down to the lace lock at the front end of the shoe right here, it says 1976 with the BHM logo in gold. Now what does this mean? Obviously, you know, BHM means Black History Month, but what does this 1976 actually represent? When they were on the design process of creating this shoe, they decided to pick that year because that was the year that Michael Jordan was a sophomore in high school, and he was actually trying to play for the lady basketball team, and he didn't make the squad. He was only 5'10" and wasn't even able to dunk, and that was definitely a hard time for Michael in the beginning of the story on this shoe. Now going to the back end of the shoe, another dope detail I love with the gold hit right here with the Jumpman logo and the Air just below that. Back in 2011, this was the era of not really seeing Nike Air on Jordan 3, so I can understand why they didn't do it. Plus this is in an OG colorway if they would have done it now in current time, so I could see why they would stay with this, or maybe potentially put maybe a Black History Month logo on one of the feet or something like that. But either way, I still like them. Now looking at the back side of the tongue, you have a BHM right here with your African colors with the red, black, and green, and just below that you have XXXV, but one of the X's in between of the 20 and the 5 is a different type of X. I've heard different things about this, and I definitely don't remember exactly because it's been like 10 years since the shoe came out, and I need you guys' help down below in the comment section. What does that number actually mean? Some people say it's Roman numerals 35 to represent the 35th anniversary of Black History Month. but the original Black History Month was in 1970, and this shoe came out in 2011. So I don't know about you, but if you do the math, that's definitely not 35 years. I think another way that you could look at this as well is the 2 Roman numerals times the other Roman numeral. So you could say 20 times 5, which equals 100. But what exactly does that mean? I don't remember. It's been a long time. I used to know all the details, but that's why I need y'all help. So let me know down below in the comment section. Another dope detail on these shoes, on the insoles, each one of them are different. So on the left foot, it says a call to greatness with the same Roman numerals in the Black History Month branding just below that. And then on the right foot, it says overcome the odds, make an impact on your sport, change the world. So I definitely think both of those hits on the insoles can represent 2 different things when it comes to either Black History Month itself or representing Michael Jordan and his greatness and the things that he's done on and off the court. So now it's time to get into my favorite part of the shoe, and that is the elephant print on the front and back of the shoe. There's honestly very minimal elephant print when it comes to the lasering on this, but a lot of storytelling within it. So starting with the right foot, as you can see right here on the back end of the heel, it says 1987 and it has a 3 up like this, and that was the year that Tinker designed the Air Jordan 3. Just to the right of that, you have a 23 lasered inside of the print as well, and on the back end of the foot, it says MVP X14. So this one I was still kind of confused about to this day. I know he was an MVP, and I know he went to the All-Star game 14 times, but he wasn't an All-Star MVP all 14 years that he went to the All-Star game. So maybe they're just kind of saying he was an MVP and he was a 14-time All-Star. Not exactly sure. Let me know what you think down below. Now going to the inside of the heel on the right foot as well, it says player lasered inside of there, and then on the front end of the toe you have Jordan 3 outsoles wrapping around the front end, and then you have a bunch of letters right here, and I'm still having a hard time making out what exactly it means. So if you know the answer to that, let me know what those letters mean on the front end of the right foot. Now going to the left foot, there are definitely some details that are the same, but some stuff that's different as well. So looking on the outside of the heel, you have the same thing, 1987 with the 3 and the 23 on the side of that. Going to the back end, MVP with the 14, but on the inside it says owner. Remember on the other foot it said player. And when you go to the front end of the shoe, you have actually dress shoes compared to Jordan 3s, and those are wrapping around the front end of the toe, and on the inside right here you have stars representing him being an all-star. So the right foot essentially represents him being a player, and the left foot represents him being an owner. So to see the outsole of a sneaker laser engraved on the front end on the right foot and the outsole of a dress shoe engraved on the left foot, I think it's super dope and a nice representation of the both sides of Jordan and how he was able to build an empire and become a billionaire now in this current time. And don't forget, back in 1976, they didn't even want him on the basketball team. Crazy to think how far he came. So yes, we have seen Black History Month Jordans release in the past as well. When it comes to Jordan 1s, multiple options, Jordan 2s, we have Jordan 3s, different Flyknits, you name it. But I still think this is the best Black History Month Jordan that has ever come out, in my personal opinion. Let me know what you think down below, or at least what are the top 3 Black History Month Jordans that have ever came out that are actual releases, because trust me, there are some sample versions when it comes to the Dawn Black History Months and all the different stuff like that. So that's a whole nother category. I'm not sure everybody knows about all those. So let me know how you guys feel down below in the comment section. And like always, you know I had to see what everybody else thinks about this shoe. I posted a poll on my Instagram to see if this shoe was fire or trash and what people think. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on IG so you can participate in the polls and see all the results here on the channel. 88% of the people chose fire and 12% of the people chose trash, and I completely understand it. As you guys know, I love this sneaker. I've had this shoe in my collection for a long time and I plan on never getting rid of it. And I see this honestly more as like a trophy item. I actually did wear these one time. I know I cleaned them up and they still look like they're dead stock, but I have worn these before. But this is more of like a trophy piece, a nice display piece, and a nice storytelling shoe that I really love to have in my collection. And I think a lot of people should have it in their collection. I know there's not that many pairs out there, and not that many people now in the current time know about the sneakers from the past that came out that kind of flew under the radar. So hopefully I can kind of create some awareness around this shoe. And if you do have this shoe in your collection, or if you want this shoe in your collection, let me know how you feel about it down below in the comment section. I think that should do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I got to go. I'll see y'all in another one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Yo, if you enjoyed this video and want to grow your collection or make extra money on the side, I built a VIP mastermind that will teach you everything that I've learned about growing my sneaker collection over the past 15 years. This will also give you access to the DNA fam in my VIP community where we talk about investing outside of sneakers. And don't worry, If you don't plan on joining the VIP community, it's okay. I also set up a private DNA fam community that gives you access to all the behind the scenes looks from the studio and multiple chances to win free sneakers and gear from weekly and monthly challenges. So all you need to do is click on the link down below in the description or the first link pinned in the comment section. That will get you set up and into the community. I'm excited to see you guys on the inside. If you made it to the end of this video, drop a comment down below and let me know who had the best Black History Month releases when it came to Kobe, LeBron, and KD, because they definitely had some dope BHM kicks as well.